Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. This is the Darkshrine League. And we are leaving exactly where we left off last episode. At the campfire next to Torah. So last episode I cleared most of this level looking for a waypoint that was more or less next to the entrance. But the upside is that we cleared most of the level and the portal to the next level is visible. So we can more or less just safely go in there. So in between episodes I did end up upgrading that war plate that I found. So it's got now a nice 20% quality on top. And it rolled as a blue, not as a yellow. So the fire resist on there and some physical damage reflection. So that seems pretty useful. So the armor went from 44% to 54%. So that's a pretty decent amount of damage reduction against typical damage for enemies of my level. But physical damage it is. It has no bearing at all on elemental damage, and chaos damage ignores everything. But a lot of damage is physical, so it's gonna help against the most common cases. Ghosts are not really that smart. They don't really get any attacks off. On the other hand, there's a bit of a dead end, isn't it? Okay, let's head back to the main path. I got distracted. Those ghosts, they managed to distract me. Luring me away from my real goal, which is climbing the pyramid, vanquishing the Vaal overseer. Light roar, extra fire damage, powerful crits, and group frenzy on death. Doesn't really help you if you're the last one though. I was going for another Evasion build. The item I just found was pretty decent, but pure Evasion builds are kind of like continuously playing Russian roulette. Not a very wise idea. Skill tablets, that's a combo. And, ooh, a Darkshrine. What effect do we get this time? And will it be as useful, or will it be one of those mysterious things that I can't make heads or tails of? So our old armor becomes a sacrifice. A surprise is a problem for the unprepared. So this is a strongbox effect. Let's put the totem down. It's starting to hurt a little. Just jump a little bit. And we continue breathing. Totem, reef. So all of them are blue. Makes it interesting. And not a single useful item. Oh well, XP. It solves everything. Ringmail code, but it's a lower level Templar item, so it's not really useful even if I were interested. Let's see. Keep moving. Just Ah, there's a yellow in there. Completely missed it. I figured out one complaint about the bosses is that it's hard to miss them. Or it's easy to miss them, I mean. Some of them stand out, but a lot of them, they just blend in with the crowd rather than having some kind of effect or being a bit larger or just having some kind of shiny magical effect. Oh, okay, so waypoint, that's good. So we have another thingamajig here in case we run into another shrine, which is undoubtedly going to happen. Level 22 area, so I'm 2 levels above area. That's pretty much on par. That means the bosses will be my level, and the level for the actual pyramid is probably going to be 1 up. So that's 23. That means the boss is going to be 25. Also means the boss is going to have a chance of dropping 4 socket items, which is useful. I haven't really started to build chains of linked skills yet, but now that my supplies of currency items is slowly starting to grow, I can actually start to invest them in support skills, because you can buy them now and that makes all the difference in the world. That's really one of the best changes grinding gear games actually made to the game, making skill gems for sale. Very low level. And that's the first staircase into the pyramids. Okay, so totems, snakes, and zombies, and skeletons, of course. There's always more skeletons. Other allies cannot die, doesn't really matter if I'm reaving though. Just gonna kill all of them. Also the overkill from Herald of Ash, it's just gonna wipe out groups once they are down to 1 life and refusing to die. The moment the protection falls away, AoE finishes all of them. Ooh, 2 stone. 15 to cold and fire. Another staircase, close to dinging, that's also nice. Yeah, this is a level 23 area. So bosses are going to be 25. It might be that the actual boss fight is going to be 1 more. Let's see. Just jump on. Enemies are slowed. Sure. Gaunt killer. Accurate, curse immune, endurance charges, blah blah blah. That's what he is. Everything else did not matter. Looking forward to some shrines though. Yeah, I got this rare item in my inventory that's just burning a hole in my pocket. Level up, all the skills can level up, that's also very nice. Let's see, Burning Blade, Sleep Slam, added fire and life gain on a hit. Ooh, we start on our block cycle. Oh, no, wait, 1 more. So 261 becomes 276, so that's 15 points of damage per second on top. But with an attack time of 0.44 seconds, that's basically about 35 damage per hit. Does that make sense? No, actually, it's the reverse. It's more like I gain 7 points of damage. But because I attack 2.5 times per second, it gets multiplied to more close to 15. Okay, it's starting to hurt a little bit. Finally. time to start looking at new weapons as well. Or maybe I should do that. These guys are immortal, right? Then I should not attack them. Not until the totem dies. Okay. As I said, probably should start looking at new weapons, but that's probably new classes or new tiers of weapon are probably gonna drop in Act 3. Back to the one of the first rooms. And then take a turn this way. Move and attack faster. Let's take you out very quickly then. Okay, and then we breathe through the group. Get around, little skeletons, get around. Mirror arrow. If only I were using a bow. Still dealing with these immortal shrines or totems. I keep saying shrines, but they're totems. So much easier with a duelist. Yes, I have seen the staircase in the top left. Just want to kill a couple more things. It's a lot easier if you can just dive on top of something and just directly kill it with high burst damage. If you're playing with a summoner, for example, then usually you don't really have a lot of control over what your minions attack, and then you just have to slowly grind through. Pyramid Apex, okay. So, the fight. Only weakness I got currently is lightning. That's annoying. But there's not a lot I can do about that right now. So let's just risk it. That's the worst thing that could happen. Yeah, famous last words. I know. Also, a note to self: use a Vigilant Strike or Vigilant Strike. It helps. Hello there. Here. Strike you, and then just burst you. Okay, you just brief group down. Okay. Yeah, that's the lightning cannon. Okay, I think I had a big mouth, right? Saying something about what's the worst thing that could happen. I'm doing quite a bit of damage, does help in that regard. Okay, deal with some with the groups, totem hits. Vigilant Strike, yep, mowing. Okay, summon, that's the least bad one. Lightning Strike is very nasty, and the Smash Hammer, that's also gonna hurt like hell. Vigilant, yes. Jump, boom. And we got him. And first, 4 sockets. Amethyst Flask, that's pretty decent with chaos resistance. Bladed Mace, we can sell that. Ancient Sword, it's a sword. Bladed Greaves, that's the next tier.
I think I'm starting to like this rake last.
Okay, that's it. Let's make our way to Sarn. I mean, those ungrateful people in Act 2 are just gonna grumble that finally the light is back. Not a thank you or anything. So let's just ignore them. Just move forward, focus on the positive. People here will be thankful and happy. Level 23 again, the boss fight. Easier to manage. Life regen, guys. Okay. stone with cold and lightning. Just keeping my eyes open to improve my lightning resistances. I will need it in the fight against Piety, which is gonna be pretty soon actually. Well, the first fight against Piety, of course, not the final fight. That's later on in Act 3. The first fight will be in the crematorium, which is more or less where I'll be heading next episode. Well, to be fair, given how I got 10 minutes on the clock, might actually make it to the waypoint. But still, Piety Fight's gonna be next episode. So I'll have to spend some time just crafting, or maybe just running around a little bit, just getting some gear, and seeing if I can get that lightning at least to 50%. That's a good tier. Put it at 50. And again, if I just survived a boss fight against a boss that has a lightning gun, I think a couple of lightning bolts from Piety should be doable as well. Then again, I'm doing that thing again, right? Where I'm just being a bit more courageous than is useful or wise. Okay. So, bastard swords being two-handers throws me off. Most games they are 1.5-handed or just one-handed, but they are just one step below two-handers. So here they're just being fully two-handers. It's so like, hey wait, oh I can't use it. Ancient graffiti. And there is Sarn. So we go in, we walk about. We sell some things from inventory. And then we head out again and find the waypoint. Always such a long walk.
Don't be a stranger.
And Harden. You here, sell. So let's do some identification stuffs. So these two we keep to sell. The bastard sword is just a shiny. This is not useful. What about this? 22 to 40. From a base damage perspective, definitely better than the other ones. Probably doesn't have the reach, but it's a lot more damage. So this one stays. 66 evasion rating. And lose a little bit of armor, but what do I get in return? A lot of fire resist and a lot of lightning resist. Okay, I'm sold. This one stays. And the ring is just gonna go. This one doesn't have enough sockets, so I'll find something better eventually. Okay. So that's it. So this is the first 2-stone, that's another 2-stone. This one I'll just have to see if I can make it work. That's gonna be some crafting. This one's gonna be useful, just gonna be some crafting. Just do this like that. Throw it into the gem spin. Put that one in there. Okay, and let's see. Last talk with Greiger. No. Okay, he doesn't have anything useful to say either. But I think I'm actually gonna call it here. Make it slightly earlier than I was expecting, but it's almost 20 minutes the episode. So then I'll do some crafting, switch out one of the weapons, switch out the gloves, make sure that the sockets are right, that all the skills are back where they're supposed to be. In the next episode we're just gonna walk towards the crematorium and we can do the fight immediately, because I'll actually have the resistances to be comfortable in the fight. So once again, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.